The dirty truth. Nobody tells you what you need to know about yourself. We talk about the stuff you don't want to talk about, so you don't have to talk about it unless you want to talk about it. But that doesn't matter because you're out there and we're in here talking about all that stuff that gets pushed aside. Even though you want to be a part of it, you can't because you're not here, so you just get to listen. You're welcome. We're here for you. We're here for you.
Welcome to The Dirty Truth, the podcast where Max Flatley and Chaz Clarington drop the truth bombs no one wants to admit. Today, they're tackling the big ones. Those unpopular opinions you secretly agree with, but are too afraid to say out loud. From food choices that will divide nations to calling out fake social media perfection, prepare to have your buttons pushed.
All right, what's up, BCT fam? Welcome back to The Dirty Truth. I'm Max, here with my boy, Chaz.
What's up, family? Welcome back.
That's right. We're all family here at BCT Productions, home of The Dirty Truth. We have a heartfelt motto that we say all of the time, but we mean it. What's that motto, Chaz?
Yeah, buddy, I love our mindsets here. We always say, never be afraid to stick your finger in it. You can always wash a finger.
What? No. What the hell is wrong with you, Chaz? At BCT Productions, we always say, we are here for you.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you meant that motto. Sorry, family.
You made everything weird already, but I guess that's what we do. Please, do us a favor, like and subscribe to the BCT Productions channel so that we can be here for you. And I guess we can also stick a finger in it. Thanks for subscribing. And with that, we're going to get right into our topics. What's first on the agenda, Chaz?
Oh, it's a good one. Ready? Pineapple on a pizza. Max, what do you think? Good or bad?
Let's get one thing clear. Pineapple on pizza isn't just bad, it's proof that humanity is devolving. Whoever invented that combo probably thought, you know what this pizza needs? Tropical confusion and an argument that topples marriages.
Right? Pineapple on pizza feels like culinary trolling. Like someone said, how can I ruin an otherwise perfect meal and piss off half the population at the same time? And somehow caught on, probably because people were too polite to say, this tastes like a sweaty fruit basket dumped on a loaf of bread.
It's not just sweaty, it's aggressively wrong. Pineapple is wet, Chaz. It's dripping. I don't want to bite into a slice of pizza and feel like I need a napkin for my mouth trauma. If I wanted to eat something wet and cheesy, I'd have called my ex.
And don't even get me started on those pineapple lovers who act like they're on some higher plane of existence. Oh, you don't appreciate the sweet and savory balance? Nah, Brenda, I don't appreciate eating a tropical mistake that makes my tongue question its life choices.
Exactly. Sweet and savory? Fine. But you know what else is sweet and savory? Chocolate-covered bacon. And you don't see people smearing that on a pizza and calling it gourmet.
Or worse, anchovies, those little salty fish fillets, fillets. I don't know how to say it, but it doesn't matter because they taste like something that was scraped off a shipwreck. Putting anchovies on pizza is like saying, hey, I know you ordered dinner, but how about instead I give you a mouthful of regret and seaweed flavored rubber bands?
Anchovies aren't a topping. They're a middle finger to happiness. It's like the ocean sneezed on your pizza and now you're expected to pay for it. Honestly, if I wanted my pizza to taste like the open ocean, I'd just lick a crab trap.
Bro, anchovy people are always like, oh, you just don't have a refined palate. Nah, Craig, I have taste buds that don't enjoy fish jerky, ruining an otherwise perfect slice of greasy bliss.
Fish jerky is generous. Anchovies taste like someone ran over a sardine with a lawnmower and said, yeah, let's feed this to people. The only thing Worse than anchovies is the guy who orders them and then tries to convince everyone else to try it. Like, dude, I don't want my dinner smelling like low tide at a garbage dump.
And then they always do that thing where they act like you're uncultured for not liking it. Like, oh, sorry, I don't enjoy food that tastes like Poseidon's taint. Guess I'll just go back to enjoying my delicious, non-traumatizing pepperoni.
Yeah, and while we're on the subject of food crimes, can we talk about fries dipped in milkshakes? Why is this a thing? Who decided, hey, let's take two perfectly fine foods and combine them into something that tastes like confusion and childhood trauma?
It's chaotic, man. Fries and milkshakes don't belong together. It's like dating someone you know is toxic, but you're too bored to stop. You dip one fry and suddenly your mouth is questioning its will to live.
Exactly. It's like fries are hot and salty, perfectly normal. Milkshakes are cold and sweet, also normal. But together, that's just culinary whiplash. My taste buds shouldn't feel like they're being waterboarded by a snack.
And you know it started because some bored teenager got dared to do it. Like, hey, I bet you won't dip your fries in your shake. And now it's a trend because people will do anything if they think it'll make them seem quirky and cool online.
Yeah, and then you see these Instagram influencers posting pics like, OMG, I'm so weird. Fries in my milkshake, LOL. No, Jessica, you're not weird. You're a cry for help with too many filters and a trust fund.
Honestly, fries in a milkshake is just lazy rebellion. Like, if you want to be truly edgy with food, dip your fries in something real messed up, like peanut butter or cough syrup. Go all in or don't bother.
Speaking of Instagram trends, glitter on food. Who started this madness? Who looked at a perfectly good cupcake and thought, you know what this needs? Non-toxic craft supplies and a digestive experience that'll leave me questioning reality for days.
Glitter food is peak stupidity. You eat one glitter-covered donut, and suddenly your poop looks like a unicorn's acid trip. Is that really what you want for your digestive system?
Exactly. Glitter doesn't add flavor. It doesn't add texture. All it adds is regret and the chance of crapping out something that looks like a rave aftermath.
And it gets everywhere, one glitter cookie, and suddenly your whole kitchen looks like Tinkerbell overdosed. You'll be finding sparkles in weird places for weeks. It's like herpes, but for your dinner.
You know what glitter food says to me? It says, hey, my cooking skills aren't great, so I'm distracting you with shiny things so you don't notice this tastes like drywall paste.
Exactly. Glitter belongs on stripper poles, not on dinner plates. If your food sparkles more than the 4th of July, maybe you need to reevaluate yourself.
Bro, this whole food trend thing has gotten out of hand. Fries and shakes, glitter cupcakes, pineapple on pizza. It's like people have run out of actual ideas and are now just throwing random items from the 1980s together to see if it sticks.
Yup. People used to experiment with food to create something amazing. Now they experiment to rack up likes from other bored millennials who'll do anything for validation.
So where are we so far? Here's a recap to this point. Pineapple on pizza is the edible equivalent of betrayal. Anchovies are a war crime. Fries and milkshakes are for the confused, and glitter food is proof that humanity peaked and is now rapidly declining.
Exactly. And the worst part is, there are people out there who genuinely enjoy this stuff and think the rest of us are just uncultured for not jumping on the glitter-covered, pineapple-drenched bandwagon.
Whatever. If enjoying normal food makes me uncultured, then fine. I'll be uncultured and happily eating my non-traumatizing pizza without some tropical garnish trying to make it weird.
Same. Keep your fish jerky, your sugary fries, and your sparkly food. I'll take my carbs plain and my dignity intact.
Nothing keeps your dignity intact like sticking your finger in it, Chaz, you freaking weirdo. But let us move forward. Let's talk about pets, specifically the dirty little secret nobody wants to admit. Sometimes you don't actually love your pet as much as you pretend to. Yeah, I said it.
Facts. Everyone loves their pet until reality kicks in. One minute you're cuddling with your adorable new puppy, and the next you're standing outside at midnight in your boxers, holding a leash, wondering how you got tricked into being someone else's full-time butler. And the worst part, if you complain about it, people look at you like you just admitted to robbing a children's hospital.
Right? You're not allowed to have a bad day with your pet. It's like an unspoken rule that once you get a dog, you have to be obsessed with them 24/7. Meanwhile, you're Googling, how long can I leave my dog alone before it counts as abandonment?
And let's be real. Half of the people posting about how much they love their pets are secretly counting down the days until that beloved companion kicks the bucket so they can finally get their furniture back to normal.
Oh, 100%. Like you love your dog, but you also love that rug it ruined. You love your cat, but you'd also love to stop finding hairballs in your shoes like they're surprise gifts from Satan.
Dude, cats especially. Everyone's like, oh, cats are so independent. Yeah, because they couldn't care less if you live or die. Your cat's not cuddling with you because it loves you. It's just trying to steal your body heat like some furry little vampire.
And don't forget the attitude. Cats will knock your glass off the table, stare you dead in the eyes while they do it. And somehow, you're the one who feels guilty. They don't even have to speak to tell you, I own you, you little bee. Meow this.
Exactly, and people still worship them. They buy them toys, gourmet food, even little outfits. Meanwhile, the cat's thinking, this idiot paid $50 for a cat bed I'll never use when I could have just slept in the box it came in.
Bro, that's the ultimate scam. Cats get pampered like royalty and will give 0 Fs in return. Your dog will look guilty if it chews your shoes. Your cat will just sit there, licking itself like, yeah, I ruined your day. Deal with it.
And yet people still act like cats are these mysterious wise creatures. No, Karen, your cat isn't contemplating the meaning of life. It's contemplating whether or not to claw your face at 3 a.m. because you didn't fill the food bowl fast enough.
Honestly, if cats were people, they'd be that toxic ex who only texts you when they need something and disappears the second they're satisfied. But somehow, you still keep coming back because they're just so cute.
And back to dogs. Everyone acts like owning a dog is pure joy, but they don't tell you about the hours of poop patrol, the random barking at 4 a.m., or the constant shedding that turns your black clothes into a furry lint roller.
Yes, owning a dog is basically signing up to be a janitor with emotional attachment issues. You're constantly cleaning up after something that thinks chasing its own tail is a productive use of time.
And dog owners always love to brag. Oh, I'm such a dog mom. Cool, but I didn't ask for a 10-minute slideshow of your pug in 37 different Halloween costumes. Just let the dog be a dog. It doesn't need to dress up like a taco to feel validated.
And what's with these people who take their dogs everywhere? It's a pet, not a human friend. I don't need a golden retriever sniffing my leg while I'm trying to enjoy brunch. Leave it at home. Trust me, it won't die of loneliness during your overpriced mimosa session.
Right? And then they give you that look like you're heartless for not wanting to pet their dog. Sorry, but I came here to eat, not to hand out belly rubs like some discount dog masseuse.
And I'm gonna bring up those people who call themselves dog parents. No, you're not a parent. You didn't birth that thing. Unless you got medical bills and tuition to pay, you're just a glorified zookeeper.
Exactly. If you can leave your child home alone with a bowl of water and some kibble for 14 hours, it's not a kid. It's a furry roommate that occasionally craps on the floor. Except it's not occasionally, it's all the time.
All the time is right. I did that once. It was one time, Chaz, and it was on accident. And the girl who was living with me broke up with me and moved out. On her way out, her little white dog that she bought more gifts for than she did for me took a mondo dump on the kitchen tile. I just stared at her. She just stared at me. It felt like forever. Then I asked her, "Are you gonna dump your dog now too, or does it get a pass because it shat upon my floor with spite and conviction?" She walked out. Lucretia, it was an accident.
Did I ever meet that one? I mean, Lucretia, not the dog.
I don't know, Chaz, did you? What kind of question is that? I'm moving on. You mentioned kids before I told that story. So speaking of kids, can we address the people who act like their pets are somehow superior to human children? Like, oh, I don't want kids. I have my dog. Cool, but your dog's not gonna wipe your star hole bottom crack when you're 80, Sharon.
And then there's the exotic pet crowd. Oh boy, these are the real freaks. I have a tarantula. Cool, you voluntarily invited an 8-legged nightmare into your home. What's next? A pet scorpion to spice things up?
Don't forget the reptile people. Oh, meet my iguana. No, Ian, I don't want to meet your scaly dinosaur wannabe that looks like it wants to murder me in my sleep. Owning a lizard isn't quirky, it's a shout for help. The problem is, everyone thinks you're all kinds of messed up and are afraid to reach out, all because you own an iguana. You need therapy and some pills before you need an iguana.
And snake owners, man, they're the worst. This is my ball python. Isn't it beautiful? No, Jeff, with a G. It's an effing death rope that's one bad mood away from making you famous. Except you're not going to be around to enjoy it.
Honestly, owning a snake is just tempting fate. It's like saying, I trust this cold-blooded killer with my life because I'm too bored to get a normal pet like a hamster.
And then there's the whole pet influencer thing. People turning their pets into celebrities with millions of followers. Like, congrats, your cat's more famous than me. But it still doesn't know what Instagram is.
And those captions. Oh, look at Mr. Fluffy enjoying his morning coffee. Nah, he's sniffing a latte he's not allowed to drink while wondering why you put a scarf on him in July.
And you know those influencers are using their pets for clout. The dog's like, I just wanted to nap, but now I'm in a photo shoot for 300,000 strangers who think I'm cute.
Honestly, the whole thing's ridiculous. Pets are great, but they're not sacred. You love them, sure, but you also love it when they finally leave you alone for 5 minutes so you can eat in peace.
Exactly. And anyone who says they love their pet unconditionally, 24/7, is lying. Deep down, we all have those moments where we think, why the hell did I do this to myself?
So what's the moral here? Pets are adorable freeloaders. You love them, you hate them, and sometimes you fantasize about how peaceful life was before you signed up to be their personal janitor.
But hey, at least they're cute. That's the only thing saving them from getting kicked out when they knock over the trash can for the 3rd time this week.
You know what I've realized, Chaz? Social media isn't just fake. It's basically a digital masquerade ball where everyone's pretending to be someone they're not. Except instead of wearing masks, they're using filters that make them look like they bathe in unicorn tears and never eat carbs.
Right? Social media is like a giant Halloween party where everyone's showing off costumes they can't afford and pretending their lives don't suck. Meanwhile, in real life, they're sitting in their underwear, eating stale cereal straight from the box, wondering why they're dead inside.
And what kills me is how everyone tries to act authentic online. Like, oh, here's me being real. Nah, Karen, posting a black and white photo of yourself looking sad while sipping kombucha doesn't make you authentic. It makes you a walking cliche.
Facts. And it's always with those deep, cringe captions like, sometimes you have to get lost to find yourself. Nah, you're not finding yourself. You're finding new ways to fish for compliments from people who don't even like you.
Exactly. Social media captions are basically modern day fortune cookies, except instead of wisdom, you just get word salad with a side of insecurity. Like, here's a sunset pic with a caption about chasing dreams. Yeah, your only dream is getting 500 likes, so you can feel something for once.
And what's with people posting those I'm taking a break from social media announcements? Like, bro, you're not Gandhi going into isolation to find enlightenment. You're just logging off for 48 hours because your ex liked someone else's post and now you're spiraling.
Exactly. If you're taking a break from social media, just freaking do it. No one needs your farewell post. It's not an airport. No one's waving goodbye and wishing you a safe journey. You'll be back in 3 days, probably 2 days if I'm being realistic, with another I learned so much post for everyone to make fun of.
Oh, don't forget about all the mental health awareness influencers. Like, it's okay to not be okay. Here's me looking hot while pretending to cry. Oh, thanks for the groundbreaking advice, Tiffany. I'm sure your staged tears and perfect eyeliner are really helping someone out there.
Bro, these people treat mental health like it's a new skincare routine. Feeling anxious? Try journaling. Nah, I'll try punching a wall because life's a dumpster fire and journaling won't stop my rent from being due.
Exactly. And they always end their posts with that transparently fake positivity. Like, remember, you're not alone. Yeah, except you are alone, Tiffany, because everyone in your life secretly hates you for turning every conversation into an Instagram story.
And while we're on the topic of fake positivity, let's talk about those influencers who pretend to be relatable by posting about eating junk food. Like, OMG, I'm such a mess. Look at me eating a whole pizza by myself. No, Jessica, you're not relatable. You're lying. You ate one slice, took a picture, and spent the next 3 hours crying over a celery stick.
Bro, relatable influencers are the biggest scam on the internet. Oh, look at me being quirky and real. Meanwhile, they're living in a penthouse paid for by brand deals. And the only thing real about their life is the fact that they occasionally breathe oxygen like the rest of us.
And let's not forget the fitness influencers who act like working out is some kind of spiritual journey. Like, the gym is my church and lifting is my prayer. Okay, Chad, calm down. You're not finding God between reps. You're just trying to turn your insecurity into biceps.
Exactly. And they always post those sweaty gym selfies with captions like, no excuses. Yeah, easy for you to say when your entire job is working out and taking pictures of your abs. Meanwhile, the rest of us have actual jobs that don't involve flexing in front of a mirror for a living.
We might as well throw some hate and shame on those couples who turn their relationships into content. You know, the ones who post every waking moment of their lives together, like, look at us being cute. Yeah, you're cute now, but wait until one of you forgets to put the cap back on the toothpaste. Let's see how cute you are when the passive-aggressive comments start flying.
Right. Real relationships aren't Instagram worthy. They're messy and annoying. No one's posting about the time they fought over what to order for dinner or who clogged the toilet. It's all fake smiles and matching outfits. Because God forbid anyone knows the truth.
Bro, those couples who work out together crack me up. Like couples who live together stay together. Now, couples who live together fight over who left sweat stains on the bench and who's hogging the protein powder.
And they're always smiling in those pics like, oh, we're so happy and in love. Yeah, sure. You know they're fighting over who's taking the picture and whose turn it is to buy overpriced protein bars right after the camera clicks.
For real, if your relationship is perfect on social media, then we are all just assuming your relationship is falling apart in real life. Nobody's that happy 24/7. You're either lying, delusional, or heavily medicated. If you are 2 out of those 3 things, then that's okay, we forgive you.
And let's not forget the travel influencers. Oh, look at me living my best life in Bali. Yeah, we see you, but we also see your credit score plummeting because you're funding these trips by maxing out every card in your wallet.
Exactly. That. Half these travel influencers are one bad flight away from starting an OnlyFans just to pay off their debt. Meanwhile, they're acting like manifesting got them a first-class seat. No, Stacy, Delta didn't upgrade you because you're positive. You just got lucky.
And it's always the same shots. Here's me in a bikini on the beach. Here's me drinking a coconut. Here's me pretending to be spiritual because I lit some incense. Congrats. You're broke, sunburned, and mildly dehydrated. But at least you got some likes out of it.
And you know what kills me? The people who watch these influencers and actually think that's real life. Like, wow, I wish I had their life. No, you don't. You just wish you had their Photoshop skills and their ability to ignore crushing debt.
Okay, here's another recap because we are covering more topics faster than usual. Social media is fake, influencers are lying, delusional, and on drugs. And if you believe everything you see online, you probably also believe in horoscopes and flat earth conspiracies.
Chaz, I already told you, the earth is flat, and that's been proven. Dick 4 had me on the life advice hotline months ago and I nailed it. Because of your ignorance, I have to link that podcast in the description. The earth is now, and always has been, flat. Okay, now that I said that right, social media is not about connection anymore. It's about showing off a life you don't actually live, so strangers on the internet can envy your pretend happiness.
Yep. And the best part, no matter how many likes you get, it won't fill the existential void you're desperately trying to cover up with filters and staged photos.
So next time you're scrolling through your feed feeling jealous of someone's perfect life, just remember they're probably miserable too, but at least they're good at pretending. So what have we learned today? Chaz, we've learned that pineapple on pizza is an edible war crime. Fries and milkshakes are proof that humanity peaked in the 90s, and glitter on food should be classified as digestive terrorism.
We also learned that most people don't love their pets as much as they claim to, because deep down, they're just furry little freeloaders who puke on your bed and pee on your dreams. And if you say otherwise, you're either lying or too scared to admit that Mr. Fluffy is actually a fuzzy little sociopath plotting your downfall.
And we learned that Instagram is basically a dystopian fantasy land where influencers fake happiness, flex imaginary wealth, and somehow convince us that drinking green sludge out of mason jars is self-care. Spoiler alert, it's not. It's just diarrhea in a cup.
Honestly, if you're taking life advice from people who caption their selfies with live, laugh, love, you deserve whatever existential crisis you're currently having.
Facts. Life's too short to pretend you like pineapple on pizza. Too long to fake loving your dog 24/7. And way too real to get sucked into the lie that anyone on social media has anything together, let alone their lives.
Exactly. So next time you feel bad about your life because you're not eating glitter-covered donuts on a beach in Bali, while your perfectly dressed dog poses for the gram, just remember, those people are probably broke, miserable, and one bad selfie away from a mental breakdown.
Meanwhile, you're out here eating fries like a normal human, walking your ungrateful dog without posting about it, and living an actual life that doesn't require 37 hashtags to validate its existence.
So be real. Eat your pizza without tropical garnish, love your pets, but don't pretend they don't drive you nuts, and log off social media before your brain turns into influencer mush.
And if anyone attempts to correct your already correct way of thinking about it, just tell them you're too busy cleaning up after your emotionally unavailable cat to care about their curated nonsense. Stay honest, stay savage, and for the love of all things holy, keep your fries out of milkshakes, your glitter off cupcakes, and your everything off Instagram. This has been The Dirty Truth, where we say the things everyone else is too afraid to admit. If you liked this episode, great. If you didn't, we don't care. We'll see you next time.
Or not. Who knows? Maybe by then we'll have thrown a glitter-covered pizza party for our pets and joined the influencer circus ourselves.
Yeah, right. Until then, stay messy, stay loud, and remember, nobody's life is perfect, especially yours. Peace out, suckers. Oh, remember to subscribe before you get offended, and search all through the BCT Productions YouTube channel. Don't be afraid to stick your finger in it, because we are here for you.